Hello everyone and welcome to Court with Krissy. The most respectable SovCit in court is back and he's got an update. He's recently reconnected with a long lost uncle. If you happen to miss the first video, it's linked in the description below. I hope you like it. Court with Krissy is now in session.
Good afternoon. May I have your name, please?
Granted to the court, Louis Rappers Bay.
Did you say Ophikus Bay? Last name?
Correct.
Sir, we are on the record in case number 24-2082FY, and you are appearing for arraignment purposes this afternoon. Ms. Conlon is the defense attorney who is here from the Indigent Defense Council to assist you with that arraignment, and she has not yet had an opportunity to speak with you. So I'm going to ask to put you and Ms. Conlon in a breakout room so that she can go over the issues regarding the arraignment before we begin, okay?
Indeed.
Welcome back. Once again, we're on the record in case number 24-2082FY. And Ms. Conlon, did you have opportunity to review the allegations on the complaint, nature of the offenses, and possible maximum penalties with Mr. Ophikus Bay?
I did, Your Honor, so we'd waive a reading. Mr. Ophikus Bay would stand mute and is requesting that counsel be assigned to represent him in this matter. He currently does have Mr. Graff representing him in a matter in circuit court.
Thank you. Mr. Ophikus Bay, in order to complete a petition for court-appointed attorney, I need to place you under oath and ask you some questions. Would you please raise your right hand? And you swear that the information you're about to give me will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
I do.
Thank you, and you're welcome to lower your hand. Sir, what is your phone number and your mailing address, please? Is that where you want to mail? That's not the address I have for mail. Is that your mailing address as well?
Yes, you can. Yes, mailing as well.
Do you have an email address?
Yes, it is a Golden Trust.
Address, are you renting, purchasing the home, or living with others?
Renting.
Are you employed?
Yes.
And where are you employed?
Well, I have my own company called iFix Finance, which is a credit repair and finance company. And then I also DoorDash as well.
Between the two, what is your average take-home pay?
Weekly, annually.
Weekly, monthly?
Say about $600, $600 a week for the iFix Finance, and then I make my own schedule for iFix. I mean DoorDash. So that varies, but I'd say about 300 to 400 a week for that.
Do you own a vehicle?
No. Big on Go Green.
Do you? I'm sorry?
I said big on Go Green. I utilize the public transit.
For DoorDash? That's kind of difficult to do, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I have a vehicle that I use for DoorDash, but it's not my vehicle.
I see.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any money in a checking account or savings account? Any cash on hand or any digital currency?
I do. I actually just got my taxes back, so but it's in a it's a digital bank, so it's not like
Okay.
yeah. And I honestly don't
So
have
how
all
much,
the information. What was that?
How much money do you have in that account?
It could be more now than it was previously because I'm waiting on returns, and previous returns from past years that I just filed for. But I'd say, I don't know, anywhere between $500 to $1,000, something like that.
So we'll appoint an attorney for you. I'm going to remind you that you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say orally or in writing can be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questioning, and if you could not afford an attorney, the court would appoint one at public expense. You have the right to have the attorney present during all subsequent court proceedings. You have the right to a preliminary examination. In this case, the preliminary examination would be scheduled for May 30th. It's at 11 a.m. with Judge Cooney. Also, on May 24th at 2 p.m., you would have a probable cause conference. Ms. Conlon, bond has been set in this case. We also have Mr. Wilds here from the prosecutor's office. Starting with Ms. Conlon, do you have any issues or concerns regarding the bond?
Your Honor, just that because I'm sorry, I'm going to kill his name. He's requesting a PR bond, Your Honor. Though I would note that I did look it up, and he does have a pending probation violation in circuit court for which he currently does not have a bond. But that will be being set for hearing within the next 2 weeks since he is being held.
Thank you. And Mr. Wilds?
Your Honor, I would oppose. I think the bond is appropriate as set. A couple things. The fact that we do have him on probation and the underlying offense there would be controlled substance related as well. He does have a criminal history, being a habitual fourth here. I think the bond as set is appropriate.
So Mr. Ofikas Bey, I am going to continue the bond with all of the same terms and conditions. You should hear from your court-appointed attorney by the 1st of next week. The reason for continuing that bond is you are being held on a probation violation in circuit court, and the underlying conviction in that case is substantially similar to the allegations in this complaint. The praxis score is high, in that at the time of the allegations here, you were currently on probation. Your criminal history would indicate public safety is a risk. The praxis indicates that you do also have a history of failing to appear, which is significant. So for those reasons, the bond will be continued with all of the same terms and conditions. You'll hear from your court-appointed attorney by the 1st of the week. And your preliminary examination, your next court appearance will be May 30th. And for right now, then, sir, you are all set.
Thank you, Ms. Conlon.